This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Catch the new Hulu original comedy Mid-Century Modern from the creators of Will and Grace, executive producer Ryan Murphy, and director James Burrows. When three best friends move in together, Palm Springs will never be the same. They're fun, they're fabulous, and they're turning life's lemons into spiked lemonade. Shake up a batch of cocktails, relax by the pool, and get ready for some serious shade. Mid-Century Modern stars Nathan Lane, Matt Bomer, Nathan Lee Graham, and Linda Lavin. All episodes of Mid-Century Modern are now streaming on Hulu.
Okay. We got some stuff to give away. Are we all right, Zacho? Okay. Anybody? My mic on? Hello?
Hi.
Yeah.
Do we got anything to give away? Are we good?
I don't know where Zacho is. I think he went back to his room.
Isn't he not sitting right there?
No, it's
that's
Muss.
Mussman over there. Hi, Mussman.
Oh, hey.
Hi, buddy. I can only see your right arm. I didn't know it was you sitting there.
Ew.
Sorry, buddy boy.
We'll get my.
There we are. There you are.
People get my right arm and Muss's right arm confused all the time.
Yeah,
It's so weird.
We're both really good with our right arm.
Yeah, out in public.
Interesting.
I might be with you, Hawk, on this whole golf.
Yeah, it's
bet.
over, right?
Man,
Got to get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's just it's rigged.
I don't. Yeah,
How much did you lose this time?
200.
Yeah.
I have yet to pay yet.
Yeah.
I will do that.
Yeah.
I'll Venmo you this morning.
I'll Venmo you.
You lost another
Get my money to Ben
200
and
golf
he calls
betting?
me.
Wow,
That's $475.
Great math. You nailed
Thank you,
it.
Corliss.
Nailed it.
In a month,
Just keep it up.
Yep.
you'll be back.
I mean, isn't golf your sport too? Why are you so bad at this?
Well, gambling, I'm terrible at. I absolutely admit that. I suck at gambling. I'm terrible. Mostly because I don't pay attention.
You'll get better, baby.
Yeah.
It's
You know
all
what
about
helps?
What time you pick.
More gambling.
You're going to do it.
Nope.
I believe in you.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I believe in you. It seems like you have enough all this time to pickleball and do all this other empty nester stuff.
Right?
Why don't you just get good at golf betting?
You don't just get good.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, like listen to Gorgie. Like Gorgie's got it all dialed in. He knows what all these guys are doing, 3-4 tournaments before these big tournaments.
Yeah, but when you
He
got
knows how hot they are.
Yeah.
25 people betting and you're picking, near the middle or even the end.
You also had a shot at the first pick.
Yeah, I don't think that's what you think is a selling point that you think it is.
All right.
Because you've said it multiple times, and I'm like, that still doesn't make me ooh,
wait, what?
I might get the first
You
pick.
might.
Saucy, what pick did you have to get Rory?
One.
Yeah, he had number one. Of course he did.
See?
Oh, that
But
seems fair.
That's what I'm saying.
But I finished dead last in the last one we did.
That's exactly my point there, Musser.
Yeah. No, I don't like it.
See, you could get the number one pick. You pick your guy that wins.
That's the best luck you would have. You have to lose just to possibly get the first pick.
That's right.
Sometimes when you win, you really lose. And sometimes when you lose, you really win.
You're not even
Ben
doing
knows
it
that
back.
very well.
I got the news.
Lieber, you're not even a part of it.
I'm back in for the Masters.
Yeah, he's back in.
Yeah.
Oh, just for Masters?
Yeah, they fish hooked me and reeled me back in.
Yeah, they Masters baited him.
We did fish hook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was the tipping point?
that's a good
This is a
job.
large lure.
Nobody seemed to care about it. That was good. They Masters baited him. See what I'm saying? They didn't care.
But you're not going to do the Open, none of that.
No, those
the
suck.
news.
Yeah, those are terrible. Nobody has time to watch those.
Yeah. Corey,
Yeah, absolutely.
PGA Championship, are you in a month?
PJ's championship? Fleck?
Yeah, but he won't be
Well, that
watching.
won't happen.
He'll be
Yeah,
a part of the bet, but he's not going to waste 1
got the
second
news.
of the weekend watching it.
No, he'll watch it if he's got grease on it.
If I have somebody in the mix. If not, I couldn't care
The
less.
news is here.
Got to have somebody in the mix.
But
That's how all.
gamble
That's
on
how all 37 people that take part in this bet feel.
it's not
besides
37.
you.
It's like 15.
The news.
No, it was.
This is the
at
first
least
time
16.
I've won in like 8 years.
Good.
Yeah.
Good for
I
you.
love the bet. Last pick, middle pick, first pick, love it.
I know.
The sweat's the
It's
best.
good for you. You're the only one.
Anybody like
No,
the news?
Gorg
No.
likes it.
Don't like the news?
Hawk.
We hate the news. This is the news.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
That's right, St. Paul Saints, ladies and gentlemen. St. Paul Saints at saintsbaseball.com. Traveling to Iowa tomorrow. We'll let you know when they're back home. They got some big games coming up and some really big nights for you to be out there with the family. Check out saintsbaseball.com. They've got fireside seats, which are awesome. They've got Sesame Street package coming up on April 12th. That was last Saturday, whatever. That was fun, I bet. Big July 4th thing coming on. A Wicked package coming up April 25th. Check it all out at saintsbaseball.com. Here's the news, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty quick, let's see. An hour and 15 minutes from now, a bunch of ladies are going up in space. That's right. Blue Origin's launch from Van Horn, Texas. It's going up. What?
Remember how we said Lincoln was killed on April 14th?
Dude, don't put that out there.
And the Titanic sank on April 14th.
Don't you put that out there. Someone put that out there.
No. Poor Katy.
Can you imagine how epic that would be? Because this is Katy Perry's one of the most famous people on the planet.
Thought of that.
It's space travel. Of course, people have thought of how bad could this be.
I will tell you this, though.
That's why one of the reasons most of us wouldn't go up there is the risk of, what if something goes wrong?
I will tell you. I had that thought, Corey, when I was looking at this a little bit ago. And Ben, Muss, Saucy, everybody.
Yes,
tell me that you haven't had this before. Where you're like, well, that would be cool. And then the morning the rocket's about to take off, you're like, what in the sweet hell was I thinking?
Right, what am I doing?
I could literally die.
It's a rocket.
It's a very good chance I might die today. Why did I volunteer to do this?
Yeah.
Am I being paid to do this? No. Is my wiener going to grow? What am I getting out of this?
Only to tell the story going up to it, before the flight actually takes off or whatever. What do they call it? Is it a flight?
A space flight. Sure.
Yeah, it's a flight. Yeah, sure.
But yeah, prior to that, I'm in that rocket. Oh yeah, it's coming up.
The anticipation would be great.
Yeah. Well, all right. So who knows in a couple hundred years the percentage of people that are going to have access to space travel. Right now, we're at the elite of the elite of the elite. Right. So very, very, very few people get to say I've been to space. Yeah. Almost no one. So if you have the ability to and the nuts to do it, because I don't. At this point in my life, no chance.
No chance. Same.
If you have the guts to do it, and you're asked to do it, or can afford to buy one of those, whatever the hell they're called,
Blue Origin.
Yeah,
tickets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I guess go for it, right? Because when they come back down, hopefully safely. All jokes aside, I don't want them to die today.
Of course.
They're in the 0.00 whatever % of people that have had a chance to do it. So I don't know. So Gail King.
Was it? What was it like? Well, I sat there, and then we took off, and then we went up real high. I don't know how high.
Okay.
And then we just came right back down.
And then you saw the Earth, though, from space. Again, almost no one can say they've done that.
You're really not even in space, though.
Yeah.
But okay.
It's
like
just
technically space.
You're still high enough up. You're high enough up to. You should send a couple of flat earthers up there, right? You're definitely high enough up to understand what the Earth looks like from.
You're not.
You're not.
No.
Yeah, see?
It still looks flat from up there.
I give you the right doobie, you'll get high enough to see what the Earth looks like, brother.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know about you guys. It's the view is not what I would go up for. It's the takeoff.
Oh man, that's the part
that rush.
See, I'm the opposite. If I could get into outer space and see the view, that's what I would want.
But you get pictures like you can go online right now and you can say view from Blue Origin.
I don't think it'd be the same.
It would be pretty close to the same. You could never replicate. You can't go on the internet and say like, what does the rush feel like of taking off in a rocket?
Yep.
That's what if you could replicate that, if somebody could come up with an amusement park ride or a thrill ride or a simulation ride or whatever like that, and they said, this is what it feels like 100% of what a space shuttle, a Blue Origin, one of these rockets from a launch pad up to space. This is what it feels like. I would pay money for that as a simulation. I have no desire. Like, who cares what it looks like?
That rush, I think, is the reason why Shatner told Katy Perry, you're going to wear a diaper. They're going to put a diaper on you.
Yeah.
Because
that's why his name's Shatner.
Yeah, you don't want to shat yourself.
Hawk doesn't have a problem with that.
What, wearing a diaper?
Yeah.
What?
Or the concept of Katy Perry wearing a diaper?
All the above.
What?
I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Sorry I chose you to pick on.
It's okay to just listen. You don't have to add anything.
That was one of those moments where, like, I don't need to say anything.
You don't have to be funny, man.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, it's
All right. This is cliche, but let's just go around the room. If there was one, let's say Gayle King taps out today and says, "Never mind, changed my mind." Yeah, Paul, your hand's up. Of course you would.
Yeah, I'm hoping she taps out because we got a room.
So different rockets about to launch.
Yeah. And I know this is an all-female flight and we're all a bunch of dudes, but if one of us had the opportunity to go today, who says yes?
I definitely would
Leaves?
I'm a no.
I'm a no. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going for sure.
I would probably say yes.
So Zach,
I'm a
Max, Ben.
No chance.
If it was just given to me?
Yeah, given to you.
I'm definitely going.
Oh, yeah. If I got a free ticket?
Okay.
Without the proper training?
Well,
You don't need training.
I mean,
You can throw a diaper on.
Just chilling.
Ben, anti or pro diaper?
Right now? Currently?
Just if you were going up.
I was going to say, did you see me get dressed?
No.
Why do you smell
Would you throw
something?
one on? If they say it's highly recommended you throw on a diaper.
Definitely.
Max, yes or no?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You know, I had trained my whole childhood.
Okay.
I'm ready for this.
I've recommended somebody throw on a diaper.
Yeah, he'll be here at 9.
Yeah.
I'd ask Zach,
after
but
the show.
Zach's wearing the diaper for sure.
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
You got to wear the diaper. I think it's like you have to.
Yeah, I mean,
Like a seatbelt.
Yeah, I think you have to. There ain't nothing you can eat that ain't going to come out of you when those G-forces hit.
So do you have the details? Like how long are they going to be up there and how high do they go?
Yeah, I do. Hold on. Let's see. Blue Origin taking a star-studded crew of 6 female passengers to the edge of space on Monday. One of the most closely watched suborbital space tourism missions in years. The flight will last 10 minutes, carrying the group more than 100 kilometers, 62 miles, into the sky, offering a few minutes of weightlessness before they descend.
Oh, that'd be nice.
But at what point during the flight will singer Katy Perry, journalist Gayle King, and the others reach space? Is it when they look outside their window and the blue glow of the sky fades to black? Is it when they reach the altitude at which satellites orbit? In the spaceflight community, there is no hard, fast definition of space.
Oh.
It is 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah,
The hard part, though, is the landing. Like watching them, how many times have we seen those things have malfunctions as they back down into space and land straight up? It's pretty fascinating to see when it happens correctly. I don't know, man. I just think that for myself, I would probably be glad when it was over that I did it. But right now, as they were walking me towards the spaceship, my legs would be shaking to the point they might have to carry me. Almost like carry me to the electric chair. I'd be that afraid.
Yes, correct.
But isn't that part of the rush?
Oh, sure. I don't, I've never had that bone in my body, Ben. I've never been a thrill seeker like that. I don't know
You
why.
ride motorcycles.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I don't like roller coasters.
I'd probably be freaking out when they had you strapped in. You know, you're sitting in there, you're going, God, I hope we get Tang on this flight.
Yeah, you'd be like, this is much too much.
Just look around to who you're with. You can have that sweet Tang if you
Hey,
Astronauts got Tang.
I'll tell you what,
You didn't need to go to space for that much?
must 10 minutes, you can get it 5 times from what I hear.
Thank you. That would be a
You're
record.
welcome, yeah. Anyway, but yeah. No, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, best of luck.
Yeah, good luck to them. It happens at 8:30 our time today. So an hour and 10 minutes from now. Just, wow.
Katy Perry.
Yeah, man.
Like right now, they're probably have their suits on.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
They're all ready to go. Now just going through all the final checks.
There's a chance a couple of them have already asked for their backup diaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because Rosie's buying
My
them.
God, Gail, again? Sorry, I had a late night with Hawk. He ruined me.
I would think about the anxiety pee that you'd have.
Oh, yeah, of course. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
You for sure. I'd be peeing my pants right now just from the anxiety pee.
Mud butt, no doubt.
Hey, Zacho, you know this stuff. Is there a place you can like watch it?
Yeah, they have like the live streams and all that, so they'll have like the full.
Will you put it on for us?
Sure.
Yeah, man. I'd like to watch it. I'd like to watch the lead up to it as well. I want to see him.
So what time again did you say, Chris?
8:30. So
8:30.
Yeah, right.
8:30 Central.
No, 9:30. Well, I'm sorry, 8:30 Central. Yes, I'm sorry.
Perfect.
Yep. That's right. 8:30 our time. It's happening. They're going. I haven't seen anything about weather or anything like that. Everything I've seen is that it's a go. So good luck. You're braver than I am. I can honestly tell you, I would not do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I got things to do, I got a gig tonight.
I got golf to bet on.
Right.
I got money to spend.
Right.
You got a son to raise, too.
I do, yeah. That's why I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, don't forget about Steve.
Or Dusty.
Yeah, I don't know about Dusty.
Or Brinkley or Berkeley.
Yeah.
Why don't you just call him Catherine? I mean...
Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Catherine. What a great
Call him
name.
Catherine Hedberg.
Yeah, I slipped and fell on some carpet.
What's happening?
We're the verbal equivalent of wearing a diaper.
Brilliant.
All right, sports is next with Sauce after this on The Fan.
The Fan. Catch the new Hulu original comedy, Mid-Century Modern, from the creators of Will and Grace, executive producer Ryan Murphy, and director James Burrows. When three best friends move in together, Palm Springs will never be the same. Bunny, Jerry, and Arthur are already close friends. But when they decide to live together, it's a new chapter with a new family. And speaking of family, don't forget Bunny's mom, Sybil, who's along for the ride. Whether it's a trip to Fire Island or a local congresswoman with a wild side, these roomies know how to do it with style. They're fun, they're fabulous, and they're turning life's lemons into spiked lemonade. So shake up a batch of cocktails, relax by the pool, and get ready for some serious shade. A new comedy with heart, soul, and sass. Mid-Century Modern stars Nathan Lane, Matt Bomer, Nathan Lee Graham, and Linda Lavin. All episodes of Mid-Century Modern are now streaming on Hulu.
Okay. Get on down to the auto show this weekend to catch Saturdays with Sauce with Meat Sauce and Nordell live. Don't miss out this Saturday, April 19th from noon to 2 in the iHeart Hangout Zone.
What?
Get the full details now at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar. See Sauce and Nordell this Saturday from noon to 2 in the iHeart Hangout Zone.
Are you guys riding your motorcycles there?
He's not listening. No.
Damn it. Ben was asking about the auto
Sorry,
show.
I was asking about the auto show. What did you ask him?
I asked if he and Nordo were riding their motorcycles there.
Yes, we are, because they need an updated picture of the two of us. Genius.
That's a good bit.
I love
so
that
hard
bit.
when you do that.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay. We got sports, and we're high-stepping right into it because it's big things going on.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around, your TimberTech deck building contractor.
Thank you, All Around.
Rory McIlroy won the Masters, beating Justin Rose in a tiebreaker sudden death playoff. He completes his career Grand Slam by winning all 4 majors. The next major is 1 month from today, and that'll be the PGA Championship, which will be sweet.
How much were you sweating it when you were watching there?
Well,
especially like when he was on 18 and on 13 we dunked it in the water.
When he dunked that one in the water,
Yeah.
I mean, you play golf, you're good at golf. Why is he not just shooting it up to the fat part of that green and just 2-putting for par?
It's like in almost any sport, when you have that lead, all of a sudden you're playing to not lose.
Well, I think what happened is
you don't continue that mentality of we got to keep going on this, and so you throttle down and then you make a mistake.
I think what happened was he thought, and his mindset was, I just have to beat Bryson. Nobody's going to catch Bryson and I. And when Bryson took the lead and then was +4 the rest of the way, he throttled down because he's like, well, Bryson is in complete meltdown mode.
Oh God!
And when he didn't
fun
hit,
to watch.
When he didn't hit driver on 13, I'm like, you're playing it too safe.
Yep.
But yeah, when he missed the one on 18, that was hideous.
Yeah, the 5-footer.
Some of those shots he had, the one around the bend on 15 was unbelievable. The one he had out of the trees and he lopped it up there for birdie was sweet. When he needed a shot, he got it, which he hasn't in his past. It was fun to watch.
Rose was a lot of fun.
Zero logic and all that.
What do you mean? I thought that was a decent breakdown.
It was. Justin Rose, what a day, though. For him. My gosh.
At one point, Rory was 14
Back
under.
7?
Rose was 7 under.
Yeah.
And Justin Rose, man, great golfer, great dude.
Yep. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great. Super fun to watch.
Yeah, it was great.
Well, Corey, you won cash. You even texted me. I thought that was the highlight.
I was
of my
on
day.
Team Rory for sure.
Thank you.
Was it nudes?
Yeah, he sent me just a nice schlong picture.
Oh, you thought it was nice?
Yeah, I thought it was very
thanks.
nice. I thought you took the time and
the actual
effort.
content or like the lighting?
All of it.
Oh, wow, what a compliment. Thanks, man.
And you bedazzled it.
Did you show it to your wife?
No.
Oh, man.
That's weird.
That was the goal. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Never mind.
That was the goal.
I mean, yeah, I don't care if you see it. Thought you would share with the class.
I have a wife.
Well, you guys all owe me $1,000.
Yeah.
I won that bet.
Yeah. Tommy's going to text you soon, too.
Yeah, he has a wife.
Yep.
He really does.
He really does.
He
yeah.
really does.
Yeah.
What a master's party he threw. Did you see
Yeah,
that? Everybody
man. Yeah.
dressed up, and he shockingly wore unbelievably short shorts.
Looked like a skirt.
Yeah. It certainly did.
Yeah, it did. It looked like he was wearing a golf
When
skirt.
I saw those shorts, I realized why he trims his.
That's correct.
Because if he didn't, it looked like he was keeping welcome back Cotter in his pants.
Did I hear that correctly as you went there with Tommy?
Yeah.
About the shaving?
Yeah, straight razor, yeah.
Yeah,
Straight.
I don't get
Straight
that.
razor. It's the only thing
Blade,
straight
yeah.
he uses.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, man. I texted him. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You got to just do the Nair dip.
yeah. Whoa.
The Nair
Oh,
dip.
What?
Oh, don't act like you're like everybody knows about this trick.
Kemp's
What are
ice
you
cream.
talking about?
You don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
no, you don't.
Hold on.
You
don't do
dip
that.
your... What?
Must I feel like you're like a mild Tommy. You come in here every week and tell us something that we've all never heard of.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Why would you risk the blade?
No,
Why
you
would
don't.
why do you dip your things in chemicals
Well,
if you don't have to?
Like them smooth.
Oh, I understand that you do that.
What is the Nair dip, and why are you talking about it?
We wear shorts.
What is it?
Yeah, well, yeah, Nair, that's a hair.
Yeah, we know what Nair is. What do you
Steams
mean?
a bit too, by the way.
You don't do
But
that.
yeah, no, you take a old Kemp's ice cream bucket, and you just fill it with Nair, and then just
You saw this
You don't do that.
somewhere.
What is
You don't
going
do that. You've never
on?
done
There's
that.
no way you've done
What
this.
are you talking about?
You've never done that.
No.
You've never done that.
take care of your areas, guys.
No. Hawk's correct. You have not done that.
You've not done it?
You're making
just trying
that
to freak
up.
me out.
Look, all right. I swear I never thought I was
What?
going to say this. Now I'm convinced we have no other path. No one in this building deserves a bigger raise than Chad Abbott.
What is that?
Working with this circus
he's
freak
right.
show that we have,
I'm just going to say it.
everybody here is insane.
I'm just going to say it. I need to see this right now. Show it to me.
Yeah.
I want to see him. Show him to me.
Yeah.
Get over
Prove
here.
it.
Yeah, show
Get
him your
over
balls.
here.
Prove it.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Just text it to Sauce. Sauce will show it to Kel. Kel can report back.
Kel doesn't want to see anyone else's balls.
How do you know? Ask her. Ask her if she wants to see Muss's Nair dip.
I'm going to go ahead and speak for Kel. She does not.
No, thank you, Hawk.
Yeah, you're welcome. She doesn't.
Go show Hawk your balls.
There's nothing less
That'd be a nice
attractive than
place to
testicles.
visit.
Yeah, testicles are hideous.
Yeah, they come wrinkled. I mean,
Whoa.
Okay, go ahead and get over that and whip those things out because I don't believe a word you're saying right now. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't
And
believe it.
second of all, even if you did use Nair, there's no way that you're dipping
You're not
them
dipping.
in
You're not
there.
You don't
Teabag
dip
You would
you
just,
them into chemicals.
you would just like, I don't know, put a rubber glove on and just like, I don't know.
what are you doing with your hands?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you're icing a, you're like you're icing a cake.
And
Yeah,
the
you got
whole
ice cream.
time you're sitting there just guilt eating ice cream, you're scooping vanilla into your gullet, and you're like, I cannot wait to empty this bucket so I can dip my balls in this.
You got to repurpose.
What's wrong with you?
That is an SNL skit though.
It's like The State. Remember The State?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I want to dip my balls in it. That was
Yeah.
a big bit for The State
Oh, yeah,
in the
great bit.
1990s.
Yeah.
Great bit.
Yeah.
I feel like I've gone crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, now go over there. Whip those
go over
bastards
there.
out. No, I don't nair my balls.
I highly doubt that Nair advocates for empty, like, vanilla ice cream cartons. That's just your MacGyvering it?
Yeah.
What do they suggest?
Cookies and
Nair
cream.
itself?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Right,
know.
Max.
I didn't read the
Rizak.
box.
So wait, hang on. So how many
What the
times?
hell?
How many times have you done this ice cream dip?
He's not done it.
Never.
Never. He's never done it.
Okay, because
I
if
knew
it's
it. I knew it.
once, that's too many times.
It's too many chemicals.
Did you
for
just come up with that
But
now,
now
or
aren't
did
you
you
starting
did
to
you
think
know,
about it?
Do you know somebody that did
Yeah,
this?
who does that?
Your balls are going to look like the Joker.
You
Yeah.
wait. Tommy's going to come
Yeah.
in here on Thursday and tell you about how his experience went.
Hawk once.
No, your balls gonna look like the guy that has half a face and Batman. What's the guy's name?
Two-Face.
They already do look like that.
Oh,
Is it garage Nair?
Is it what?
Do you sit in
Garage
the-
Nairs?
do you sit in the garage beers and just dip your...
I mean, Hawk once put Seltz and Blue all
good
over
idea.
his crank.
I was 9. All right.
My defense. I was 9.
Yeah, exactly.
What were we talking about again?
Sports.
The Wolves beat the Jazz 116-105 for their 49th win of the season. The Wolves are the 6th seed. They will face the Lakers in the playoffs. They will open this Saturday at 7:30 in LA. The Lakers are 4.5-point favorites.
Yeah, not an ideal matchup for the Wolves. Both teams have been pretty hot over the last couple of months, and obviously the Lakers have two of the best players in the game, but I think the Lakers do have some defensive deficiencies that the Wolves can take advantage of. I already see Wolves fans kind of prepping for the sky to fall, but this is a very beatable Lakers team. And LeBron James, up until a couple of years ago, had never lost in the first round of the playoffs, but over the last 4 years, he's done it twice now. So this Lakers team, they're still old, man. Like, he's still 40.
They don't have an answer for Rudy either.
No, I was just about to say that. And Rudy's been amazing over the last couple of months. It seems like finally, after a couple of years, they've finally unlocked how to get Rudy involved consistently in this offense. And that's the one thing the Wolves have going for them heading into this playoffs that they didn't have necessarily going into last playoffs, is that the onus of offense is not entirely on two people. Like last year, it was, you need Anthony Edwards to score. You need Karl Anthony Towns to score. And if one of those two guys doesn't show up, you're pretty much effed. But now it's like Anthony Edwards. You got Dante DiVincenzo. You got Julius Randle. Rudy's involved. Jaden's more involved. And obviously Naz Reid and the guys off the bench. So it's a lot more of a team effort in terms of offense. And obviously we know where the Wolves defense stands. It's top 5. It's been top 5 all season. So it should be a really good matchup. Don't love it as a Wolves fan, but do love it as a fan of the NBA.
Yep.
Did Cat's new team make the playoffs?
Yeah, they got a real tough matchup.
Who do they play?
They played Detroit.
Ooh.
And the Pistons have been really good this year, and I do believe that the Knicks are 0-3 against Detroit this season. So it's that's one of the most interesting matchups of the first round for sure.
The play-in starts tomorrow with the Hawks hosting the Magic and the Grizzlies at the Warriors.
Yeah, I would guess. I mean, that's tough for the number 1 and number 2 seeds in the West, because you got to play more than likely either Steph Curry and the Warriors or Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. So it's not a given that the Rockets and the Thunder are just going to have a cakewalk there. So it should be tough. It should be interesting.
It'll be part of a cakewalk.
Yeah. What's the best kind of cake, Hogs?
Birthday cake.
Yeah, you are
Coconut.
correct. How do you like to eat birthday cake, Hog?
Oh, and a big old thing of milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a bathtub.
Well,
I like ice cream cake. I like vanilla ice cream with a little bit of Nair dip.
and that's weird.
Yeah. Ice cream cakes are really hard on cakewalks, though.
They are.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah,
It's a
so
long
good.
Gotta be quick. Gotta be quick.
Ice cream cake
Yeah.
is so good.
I can't wait.
So good.
Corey, you're going to go to the fridge. You're going to grab that ice cream bucket, sitting there enjoying it, and then you're really going to think about it.
Yeah, he is.
I wonder.
If Muss's balls have been in here.
You're gonna give it a little toe tap.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to see how it feels.
I do it for a small fee.
$10?
Smaller than that.
Jeez.
Free
Really?
Culver's coupon.
Oh, Culver's.
A caniac?
No, I'll just win those from sauce anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you get canes for free anyway.
For life, yep. Just ask my wife.
Can we talk about the NFL draft or not?
Yeah, I have some hot takes about it.
Okay, hot takes when we
nice.
come
Let's
back.
hear it.
The draft is a week from Thursday. We're almost there. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
Catch the new Hulu original comedy, Mid-Century Modern, from the creators of Will and Grace, executive producer Ryan Murphy, and director James Burrows. When 3 best friends move in together, Palm Springs will never be the same. Bunny, Jerry, and Arthur are already close friends. But when they decide to live together, it's a new chapter with a new family. And speaking of family, don't forget Bunny's mom, Sybil, who's along for the ride. Whether it's a trip to Fire Island or a local congresswoman with a wild side, these roomies know how to do it with style. They're fun, they're fabulous, and they're turning life's lemons into spiked lemonade. So shake up a batch of cocktails, relax by the pool, and get ready for some serious shade. A new comedy with heart, soul, and sass. Mid-Century Modern stars Nathan Lane, Matt Bomer, Nathan Lee Graham, and Linda Lavin. All episodes of Mid-Century Modern are now streaming on Hulu.
Fan.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. Going to the Vikings news in a moment, but real quick, congratulations to Finch and the Wolves wrapping up the regular season the way they did.
Proud of their body of work this year. We didn't make a big trade in the middle of the season to sort things out. We didn't fire coaches to try to sort things out. They sorted it out themselves. Those guys made the right adjustments and sacrifices, figured out who they needed to be as a team.
Yeah, it's a number worth hammering, but again, they're 17-4 in their last 21 games. That's
well done.
Pretty freaking good. So they are trending the right way. Outside of that 24-point loss in the fourth quarter to Milwaukee, which stung, and it looked like it was going to be a disaster, but they got their feet set. They're doing fine.
Just
Lakers in round one.
Just a blip.
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yep. Why not?
Hey, Hawk.
Yes, sir.
We got Tom Segura tickets to give away this week.
Oh, nice. Right on.
He's taking the stage this Friday at Xcel Energy Center, and we got your last chance at tickets. All you got to do is use the talkback feature in the iHeartRadio app and tell us who you would take to the show and why, and your answer could win a pair of tickets to the show. So good luck.
I would take Katy Perry to the show to ask her about her space flight.
Wow.
If she makes it.
Yeah. But
Oh.
I don't.
Cheapest.
It's going to be awkward, though, because I don't want to talk during Tom Segura's set. That's rude. But I do want to ask her about space. Maybe we'll just get like a suite and see what happens.
Good idea. I don't know if they have those.
Somebody call the X and see if Katy Perry and I can quietly sit at the X while Tom Segura is doing stand-up.
Maybe they will.
So I can ask her about Blue Origin. Why would she hate that? I'm asking her about her life. Showing interest in her, her interest.
You would ask her questions.
Exactly. And I'm watching her. She's on Instagram right now, posting videos from inside the capsule and talking about how excited she is and she's living out her dreams. And it's about to happen, like 45 minutes from now.
Interesting.
Good for Katie.
Time for Vikings news on the Power Trip. Presented by
Radco. The Truck Accessory Pro Store. Thank you, Radco.
Thank you.
All right, 12 days? What, 11 days? How many days we got?
10.
10 days.
Week from Thursday.
I'm not good at math. Let's go.
It's all right, Daddy.
Who's going to be our backup quarterback, Ben? Admit it.
Our backup quarterback.
Yes, admit it.
For the Minnesota Vikings.
You heard what I said.
Well, it's got to be Aaron Rodgers, right? That's what everybody wants.
No, that ship has sailed. I'm bored with that story now.
Is that where you're trying to lead me to?
No, I really don't know. Is it going to be Tannehill?
Yeah. It could be Tannehill.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping it's Tannehill or somebody like that, but just not Aaron Rodgers. Or it could be a rookie. No, I think they'll go for some sort of veteran. I would put Tannehill as the betting favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, aside from Tannehill, who's all available anymore? I mean,
not much.
Bollinger.
Wentz.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, can Brooks still sling it?
Yeah.
Is he still available? I guess he probably never signed his papers.
Yeah.
Never signed those retirement papers. Just sling it. He can still sling it.
Like Hawk did this morning.
He's got a lot of babies to pay for. He should get back in the league.
What if the Vikings pick up Max Brosmer as an undrafted free agent? It's McCarthy into Brosmer. Let the kid sling it.
Let the kid watch.
I mean, it's I like that better than Rodgers.
Carson Wentz?
Yeah.
Oh, who do we have here?
Teddy Bridgewater?
This is not exactly updated. Flacco signed. Drew Lock signed. Easton Stick, if he's still available. Wentz.
Mond.
Josh
Dusty?
Johnson.
No, mine signed with somebody else.
He's in that league, Hawkwatch.
There's
UFO.
not a lot of quarterback free agents available.
All things are leading to Rodgers.
No.
They get past that window. You don't have to give up a comp pick.
No, I don't think
Tell him no.
No.
Thank you.
No.
In comes Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Tell him no again.
Don't even
He's not
put that
listening
out.
to you.
Don't even
Tell
put
him
that
no.
out there, Mussy.
I'm just saying.
He said no.
Otherwise, they would have got somebody else.
He said no, Musk.
Take your bucket of nair and go home.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. You're awful furry.
Might want to dip your butt cheeks in there, too.
Wow.
Sauce, I'm excited to hear about your takes.
Okay, here are a couple of my takes.
Okay,
You and
some
I,
hot takes.
You and I started with one of them we were talking about off the air. Is that great sound. And I would love your take on this. I don't understand why the quarterback needy teams and the Browns and the Giants, what everybody is saying, and it of course can all change, but everybody assumes that Travis Hunter is going to go to Cleveland and Abdul Carter, the linebacker, defensive end is going to go to the Giants.
Good to know.
They both need quarterbacks. Why are they not, as of now, possibly going to take Shedeur Sanders?
Well, or even Cam Ward. If
I think Cam Ward goes 1.
Well, there's a lot of people that think that Travis Hunter could go, or Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter's probably most likely could go number 1, and then that leaves Cam Ward there to be taken by Cleveland. So I think the question is, does Cleveland pass on a quarterback in general, Shedeur or Cam Ward or anybody? I think it's possible.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it's very possible. So the answer, like what you're asking, I don't think anybody is sold on these quarterbacks. I really don't think, I'm personally not a fan of Cam Ward being this highly selected. There's just something about his game that I think is a little too willy-nilly. Is he a playmaker? For sure. I think that sometimes and too often he looks to make plays before he looks to play quarterback. I think Shedeur is a little bit better about playing the quarterback position and wants to be a quarterback first and then be an athlete second. And I still think Jackson Dart might have the best career of all three of them. So I don't know as far as where these guys should be ranked on the like a top 50 board, but I can understand why these top 2 or 3 teams are like, look, there's some really talented guys. Yes, we need quarterback, but are we going to go all in on one of these 2 guys? I understand why they're not sold on it.
Do you think Jackson Dart is a top 15 pick?
I think he should be.
Yeah.
Because if you look at his comp being Bo Nix, if you had to redraft,
yeah,
and reposition the quarterbacks going into last year's draft, Bo Nix would be a lot higher based on what we know now.
I mean, he might be the 2nd overall pick. Jaden might go first. Yeah, I mean, he might be a top 3 pick.
That's the thing that I think is intriguing when you look at these experts saying his comp is Bo Nix. I'm like, if his comp is Bo Nix, then why are you putting him down in the 30s or a possible 2nd round pick? That makes no sense to me. So I don't understand some of these comps and some of these analytics, because nobody would take Bo Nix. I mean, well, everybody would love to take from a value perspective Bo Nix in the early 2nd round, but his talent wise and his intangibles would put him in a top 12 pick.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting because there isn't, other than Travis Hunter, there isn't that like dynamite player where 10 days out, I mean, back in the old days, Carson Palmer signed his contract with the Bengals and had a press conference before the draft even happened, right?
Right.
They don't like that anymore because they like the lead up in the drama. But there's like not that dominant player. Last year, there were 6 quarterbacks that went in the top, 13? That's not going to happen this year, right? Like, I just don't see it. I think if Sanders gets by the Saints, I don't know where he goes, right? Pittsburgh Correct. At 21? Like, that, I mean, there's so many drafts where you're like, there's 3 quarterbacks, this is going to be great. They're going to go in the top 3 picks. Even though they're in the top 15, they always get overdrafted. That's the most overdrafted position in sports. This year, there are desperate teams for quarterbacks, and they just aren't sold on a lot of these guys. It's a weird situation.
So I think that it makes a lot of sense now that New Orleans has a need at quarterback because of the shoulder injury, and they're saying that he may not be ready to go for training camp. I don't see if Cam Ward goes first. Well, regardless, if there's no quarterback that goes before the Saints I think the Saints have to take a quarterback.
Yeah,
they will take one of the 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, and
I don't think that Shedeur slides past them.
Yeah, but they may take Jackson Dart over.
Well, they could take that. Yeah, they could. They could.
Yeah,
they could. And to your point, to your your hypothetical, if they take Jackson Dart and Cam Ward goes 2 or 3, then Shedeur could slide big time.
Yep. 21 is probably the most logical spot because that's the next team that desperately needs a quarterback. And my Vikings hot take is I think they have their eyes on one or two of these guards. I think it's either Gray Zabel from North Dakota State or
That's a terrible name.
Or the Donovan Jackson, the Ohio State guard.
That's a terrible name.
I think if one of them gets to pick 20 where Denver does not need offensive line, I think they dip into next year's draft stuff and move up to pick 20. And I think the issue they also have is all these people that think they're going to move back. We've talked about this a lot, Ben. Every team behind them, except for the Bills, desperately needs offensive line. So if they think and they say to themselves, we have to go backwards, they're going to miss out on probably 3 guards or a tackle that they could move to guard. They risk every offensive lineman they would want moving back to 27, 28, 29. I mean, the Houston Texans pick 25. They need offensive line. The Rams need O-line. Ravens need O-line. The Lions need offensive line. The Commanders, you could argue, need offensive line. The only team that doesn't is the Bills. There's a big, big gamble if you go all the way back into the low, 31, 32, or even back into the second round or the Beezer.
So let me throw out another hypothetical that would be a dream scenario. So this offensive tackle from LSU, Will Campbell.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people have him as one of the top offensive line in general, just offensive lineman,
Could
guard,
go 4.
tackle. There are a lot of people saying that he's not an offensive tackle because of his quote unquote short arms. Ooh. He has a lot of like physical traits that you love, and he has. And he gives you everything that you'd want from a physicality standpoint and an athleticism standpoint. But if you're one of those teams, and there are a lot of teams out there that are like, oh boy, I don't know, like you got to have the measurables first. If they don't think that he's going to be one of their tackles, and he starts to slide down the draft board because teams are looking for tackles and not guards, a dream scenario would be a guy like Will to drop down to us, and then we snatch him up in a heartbeat.
Well, I mean, you go back to the Sharif Floyd draft. Everybody thought he'd be the 3rd pick, and the big knock on him was he had short arms. Now, he had some health issues that happened, but sure, that'd be great. Because then you just put him at left guard and go on with your life, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That would be the easy pick. But,
yeah, that'd be sweet.
But going back to what you were saying about the trade back, I was saying this, I think the last time we were talking about this. Just don't.
Yeah.
Just don't just be happy at 24. You got a lot of needs. There's gonna be a lot of day one starters there for a lot of different areas that we need help in. Don't get cute. Just take the guy at 24.
Right. I mean, you could move back in 97 and acquire 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round picks, right?
Sure.
Just stay at 24.
At 24.
Or go up a little. Get ahead of the Chargers or get ahead of Pittsburgh if all those quarterbacks are gone, and take whatever guard you want.
Again, but why? But why?
Well, why?
Because it's fun.
I know, but why? But why give up more? Why give up more equity to move up a couple slots to get another guy that
because I think if you can find a day one rock star left guard, you have a very, very good
Please
offensive
stop
line.
Yelling.
Sorry. I think you'd have a great offensive line.
Please don't raise your voice.
Yeah, it scares us all.
But what is the difference between how is this team? How many wins, extra wins, does a guy like Will Campbell give you if he slides at 24 versus Gray Zabel?
That's a great point.
Oh, did he just box you up?
I mean, yeah.
You're right for Christmas, aren't you?
But that is
what is that, like wins over replacement? Is that the whole
dream
baseball
scenario,
thing?
though, right? I mean, that's a guy that you thought would go in the top 5 is there.
I know, but
24.
I guess my point is whoever the Will Campbell is at any other position versus who you have slotted at 24, how many more wins does that player give you compared to the guy that you could take at 24?
Probably not a lot.
Yeah.
So my question is, why would you give up draft equity to move up a couple slots?
Damn it, Sauce.
If he's not a quarterback, something like if you're a quarterback, that wins differential could be significant.
Yeah.
But as a positional player, if you think these guys are all just really high-end starters, what's the difference?
They had the same plan probably last year where they saw Jared Verse and Dallas Turner, and they decided to move up and get Dallas Turner.
Oh, gotcha, Ben. Paul.
I don't know if
I don't know why you're yelling at Ben, but that was a good point.
That's a good point.
I mean, that's the same thing, right? Like they could have stayed. I mean, Jared Verse was great. That helps my case. But they could have just stayed at 23. They have 23 last year.
I guess that makes my point stronger.
Yeah, I thought it did.
Oh, Paul!
Damn it! I talked too much.
And then you yelled.
I yelled once.
So
I'm just jacked.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what. I would love it if Kwesi went to the podium after he made a pick and traded, and he said, "It was fun." Why'd you do that?
Kwesi, why'd you do it?
So, Paul, for the right guy, right, a rock star left guard, you'd be willing to move up a couple of picks,
Sure.
or if the right guy's there, you're willing to stay at 24.
Yeah.
Or if there's 2 or 3 names that you still like that are on the board, you'd be cool maybe sliding back a couple.
You go back a few, yeah.
Got it. Fan 5, next headlines in the 8 o'clock hour. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.